Hello everybody, so today I have quite a different video for you today. I watched Fabulous Hannah's video on her journey from GCSE to A-Level results and like how her grades have become how they are, and I really wanted to do something similar, so I thought I would talk to you about what I got in my GCSEs and then what I did at A-Level and how I got the grades that I did this summer that's just gone. I got my A-Level results last week because today is currently GCSE Results Day, so if you did get your results today, please let me know down in the comments what you got, and I hope you did what you wanted to do. Like, I hope you did well. Yeah, just let me know down in the comments what you got, what you're doing next, maybe going to college, doing an apprenticeship. I'd just really like to know what you guys are doing. But yes, I'm going to speak to you about what I got, how I found school, just everything like that. So yeah, so I'm going to start with my GCSE results. They are all folded up here. I got these in summer 2014, so it's been 2 years now. That has gone so quick. I can still remember picking these up. So I'm going to talk you through what I got, if I expected it, anything, just basically talking you through if I like the subject and stuff like that. So I'll start with what's at the top here. So the first grade I got, I came out with I think I came out with 10 GCSEs and 2 BTECs in 2014. So my BTECs, I did BTEC Art and Design, which I got my distinction star in. I had been predicted a distinction in I have loved art all throughout high school. I have always been obsessed with doing art, and I've got quite a creative side to me. Like, I prefer the creative subjects like art and English rather than like more analytical like maths and science and stuff like that. So I've always excelled a little bit more in my creative stuff. And in BTEC art, I remember doing, like, we had to do the Royal Armouries, which is in Leeds. We did like a trip and we had to do stuff like that with like shields and olden day stuff, and we did natural form, and I got a distinction star overall, which is like an equivalent to an A star, which I was so happy with, because I did BTEC a year early. I started doing it in year 9 and finished it by the end of year, I want to say like halfway through year 10, I think I finished it, which I was so happy about. I'd got that distinction star and I was really happy with that. And the other BTEC I came out with at the end of high school was a pass in performing arts, which is dance. For my options, I did BTEC dance, and then I did history, art, GCSE art after I'd finished my BTEC, and French. They were my 4 options that I did. So I got a pass in dance, which is an equivalent to a C, which I was happy with because I passed. I was hoping for a merit because I really did enjoy dance, and some of my stuff had been a merit, but I think the reason I got a pass was because I wasn't a very confident dancer. Like, I always got told off for like looking at other people in my group and they were dancing, because I like double checking that I'm doing something right. So I would always like glance over, and then my teacher would be like, you need to stop looking at people, you need to just focus on doing it yourself. So I think that's the reason that I got the pass, but I was still happy with the pass, so that was all good. Next is maths. I got a C in maths, which I was so happy about because I am absolutely rubbish at maths. And to pass maths and not have to do it ever again, I was so happy when I opened that envelope. I think that's why I started crying at that one, because I was just so happy that I'd passed maths and I'd never had to do it ever again. Because I did like my class, like I liked the people in it, I liked my teacher. The just subject, it boggled me. My teacher did think I'd get a B in it, but as I always said to him, I'm never going to get above a C. Like, a C is the best I'm going to do, and I did get my C, so I was happy. Next up was ICT. I got a B overall in ICT. In my ICT coursework, I did get a star, which was the highest in the class, which I was really happy about. And then I got a B overall, which I was still happy with. Like, a B is good, but I thought I'd have got an A in it because I was quite good at ICT. Because overall I did get 1 A, but I thought my A would be in ICT, but it wasn't. which I was very shocked about. My A was actually in my English language, which I was so happy about. In my English language, it was a question about the effects of video games, I think it was, and because my brother's quite addicted to video games, I had a lot to write. So, as Mum always says, your brother helped you get that A, but it was all down to me. But that's the one thing that I remember writing about in my exam. And then in my English literature, I got a B, which I was so happy about because I was in top set for my English, and people in lower sets got to have the books in the exam, whereas I had to remember the quotes. I had one A4 and I wrote teeny tiny little quotes to remind myself of what to write about. And I'm so happy I came out with a B. The books I did at GCSE were, we did the poetry, and then I did Twelfth Night, which I loved doing Twelfth Night. I think that's the only Shakespeare book I've ever loved. I did Of Mice and Men, which, it's such a good book, and I was really upset last year when I'd read that they'd taken it off the syllabus because my sister's not going to be able to enjoy that book as much as I did. Like, I won't spoil the ending for you if you haven't read it, but it made me cry, and I really do love the book Of Mice and Men. Like, it's such a good book. And then we also did Heroes in my class. My class did Twelfth Night, Of Mice and Men, and then Heroes, which is a book about an ex-soldier. I didn't really enjoy Heroes. He says it as summer reading, and I didn't really get along with it. It's quite got a negative backstory. But it was good books that he'd picked for us. Like, I was just thankful that I had some, feelings and thoughts about them because I could write about them in my exam. But yeah, I got a B in English literature. And then in my GCSE art and design, I got a B as well, which I was really happy about because GCSE art is a lot harder than BTEC art. My skills have continuously got better from going up and up, because I've, throughout the education system, because I have kept to my B standard, but as you go up, into A-Levels, a B gets higher and higher, grade boundary every time. So I have kept up my skill grade, just not ever gotten above it. So yeah, I was happy with that. In my GCSE art, I think have I done a video on my GCSE artwork? I might have. If I have, it'll probably be back on my channel. If not, it might be a future video. But I did marine life and disguise were my themes, units to complete, and I really enjoyed doing them. I did Marvel, Day of the Dead, Masquerade. I did loads of different aquatic animals, and I really enjoyed it. And then in science, I did two sciences. I did science, the original science, and I did additional science, and in both of them I got a B, which I was so happy about because throughout the year, because our sciences are split into 3 lessons, biology, chemistry and physics. I loved my biology lessons, I loved my teacher. My chemistry teacher was really strict and was really horrible to me. She said I'd never get anything above a C. I was so happy when I got a B, I rubbed it in her face. And then my physics teacher were absolutely rubbish, he were rubbish. No offence to him now, but he just didn't teach us nothing, so I don't know how I got a B overall in my I just don't know how I did it. I don't know how I got a B in both sciences because I thought I'd done really bad, and then when I got my grades back I was really surprised. I was like, how on earth have I done this? But in my first science I got a B, and I did get full marks in my coursework, which probably helped towards it, but I was still happy with getting a B overall in both. And then in my last 2 options, which were French and history, in French I got a C overall, which I was happy with because I found the exam so tricky. Coursework were easy, I could do coursework really well, but when it came to listening and reading in the exams, my mind were boggled, so I don't know how I've managed to pass it and get a C. But my teacher did help me a lot. I had my French teacher since I was in year 7, so I'd had her all through high school, and she did help me a lot. So I was happy with that. And then the last grade I got was in history, which was my option I took, and I got a B, which I was so happy about because I was really interested in history. The subjects we did medicine through time and Nazis, so we did Germany, First World War, Second World War, it was so interesting. Like, I loved learning about horrible histories because I've loved, like, I watched history, like horrible histories from a young age. It made me love history more. When I was given the option to pick history, I picked it because I really did love learning about, like, the past, basically. And yeah, I was really happy with that B. I thought, honestly, I thought I wouldn't get that B, but I did, and I was really happy with my grades. So yeah, overall, I did get 6 Bs, 1 A, 2 Cs, a distinction star and a pass, which I was happy about at GCSE. I was, like, over the moon with my results. Then moving up to college, in my first year, which was AS, basically, if you don't know what A-Levels are, you do 2 years. AS is the first year, A2 is the second year. They add them together at the end, and then that's the A-level you come out with. So in the start of college, I did 4 subjects. I did AS English Language, AS Fine Art, AS Media Studies, and AS Photography. Now, I carried on my English Language with the A and my Fine Art with the distinction and the B up to college, but then I picked up 2 new subjects I'd never done before, but there was a big interest to me, which is Media Studies and Photography. Now, I loved all my lessons bar English. English was nothing like high school. It was more to do with how they pronounce, like pronunciation, what different sounds meant, accent, I had to learn loads of language I'd never heard before. It was basically learning where the English language had come from and how we learnt to speak in a certain way and how different, like, ages speak. It was quite boring, if I'm honest with you. Like, I preferred English language when we were, like, writing stories, reading stuff, and, like, it was just, I just didn't enjoy it. So I still tried my best in all my exams, and I came out in 2015 with 4 Bs, which I was really happy about. Like, I can't complain, 4 Bs is really good. And then at the end of AS English, at the end of that 2015 year, I dropped English language because I couldn't do with all the workload. It was too much work. So I carried on with just doing 3 A-levels, which was Fine Art, Media Studies and Photography. And then into the second year, so the year I've just done, and got my grades in like a month ago, I carried on with those 3 and I got Bs again, which I was so happy about. When I picked up my results last week, I was so happy with the 3 Bs I got, like, just so happy. No, it's downstairs. I was so happy with the grades I got, couldn't ask for anything better. But yeah, so now, future path for me, I am going to uni in September, as you already know, because I've been buying everything for it. I am going to be studying digital journalism at uni, which it kind of ties in with the photography and media studies that I have done. I'm really excited for it and excited to see what the future brings. So yes, I hope you've enjoyed this video. Thank you for watching, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!